If you're a cybersecurity company and you're not using YouTube strategically, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. Opportunity to educate, build authority, and get high-ticket leads where your potential clients are already watching. Today, I'll explain why cybersecurity companies like yours need a YouTube strategy. Now, I'm not saying LinkedIn and Twitter are trash. They're amazing for a business, great for networking and staying visible. In fact, almost every cybersecurity company is already posting there. But here's the issue. Cybersecurity isn't some quick, low-stakes purchase. It's complex, it's high risk, and it requires a massive amount of trust before someone even thinks about reaching out. A 200-word LinkedIn post or a short tweet, that's not enough to convince a CEO who's worried about $1 million data breach, or an IT manager whose entire job is on the line if things go wrong. And when everyone is fighting for attention on those platforms, your message gets buried in hours, sometimes minutes. That's why YouTube is a game changer, because on YouTube, the competition is nothing compared to those platforms. More importantly, YouTube's long-form video gives you breathing room to break down complicated ideas, to show proof, and actually build trust with your audience. So instead of vanishing in a crowded feed, your YouTube channel becomes a living portfolio, a library of proof that keeps working for you months or even years later. But let me give you a number that might surprise you. Millions of people are searching for cybersecurity content every day. But hardly any businesses are creating it, which means that the demand is there, but the supply is very low. That's a golden gap. And that gap is your biggest opportunity. But wait, having that opportunity means nothing if you don't have a plan. Not just any plan, a winning YouTube strategy. Without it, all those potential leads slip through your fingers. So what exactly is a winning YouTube strategy? When you look at creators like Ali Abdaal or Marques Brownlee, do you think their growth was accidental? Absolutely not. They didn't just upload a video today and another random one tomorrow and hope the algorithm magically worked in their favor. They built a proper system. And that's exactly what cybersecurity companies like yours need to do if you want YouTube to actually bring you clients. So, what does a winning YouTube strategy look like? First, it starts with knowing exactly who you're talking to. Sounds obvious, right? But most companies miss this. They'll say, our audience is everyone who cares about cybersecurity. But for the YouTube algorithm, everyone is no one. A recent study found that channels aligned with their audience get 60% more views and 30% more subscribers. You need to know if you're speaking to a CEO who worries about a data breach costing millions, or that IT manager who needs training material for their staff, or maybe even regular employees who don't know how to spot a phishing email. Why does this matter? Because your video topics, style, and tone change depending on who you're trying to reach. Ali Abdaal, for example, speaks like a friendly mentor to students. Marques Brownlee speaks like a tech reviewer helping buyers decide what's worth it. Who will you speak like? That clarity is your first building block. I bet you'll agree with me. Cybersecurity isn't like most industries. In many fields, you can learn once and stay relevant for years. But here, the game is constantly changing. AI is reshaping threats. Attacks are spreading across social media, and businesses are moving digital faster than ever. Experts even predict the cost of cybercrime will skyrocket around 70% between 2024 and 2029, hitting nearly 15.8 trillion worldwide. The risks keep climbing, and people need trusted answers. And today, that's where video dominates. AI search tools like Google AI and Perplexity are citing YouTube more than ever. Citations have skyrocketed 651% since launch. Why? Because YouTube content is structured, authoritative, and proven to engage viewers. And for people, that translates into trust. Viewers retain 95% of what they watch in a video, compared to just 10% from text. That's a huge difference, right? In a world searching for clarity, YouTube is where the answers stick. Now, imagine they search on Google, how to stop AI-driven phishing attacks, and your video is cited in the AI summary and surfaces at the top of the page. That's already a powerful first impression. But here's where trust really builds, with proof. When you back up your content with real examples, maybe an anonymized client case study, a screenshot of results, or even a quick demo, you're not just teaching, you're proving. And when you consistently deliver that combination, clear answers plus specific proof, you don't become another YouTube channel. You become the trusted go-to source in their feed. Now, your next step should be building a content funnel. Without one, your YouTube videos are just random uploads. And when that happens, viewers click, watch, and then leave, taking your effort with them and never becoming clients. The fix is simple. Start with curiosity-driven videos. These are your big hook videos that attract new eyeballs and build brand awareness. For instance, titles like "What happens in the first 24 hours of a ransomware attack?" or "How hackers steal your password in 3 seconds." These videos are designed to pull people in, to spark their interest. Then comes your middle layer, your explainer videos. This is where you build trust, showcase expertise, educate on solutions, and nurture leads. Practical guides like 5 ways to secure your company's email system, or how to create a simple ransomware response plan. These videos help you influence buyer criteria early. They're not just entertained anymore, they're learning how your solution can help them solve their problems. And finally, at the bottom of the funnel, you have authority content. This is where you go deep into case studies, client success stories, and thought leadership, like analyzing a recent major cyber attack and sharing what companies can learn from it. At this stage, you're offering irrefutable evidence that working with you will solve a problem they care about. One of the first steps we'll do with a new client is map out where each video on their channel maps to the funnel, and then assess imbalances to focus our creation on. Most businesses are way over-indexed on bottom of the funnel content. If you want my team of YouTube experts to review your channel and help you uncover missed revenue opportunities, I'm offering a free channel audit via the link below. Building a YouTube channel should always be a top marketing priority for cybersecurity companies. It's where long-term credibility lives. But if you're not posting regularly, you're invisible. Remember, out of sight, out of mind. That's where YouTube ads can play a smart role. Research shows that over 87% of YouTube viewers say they've purchased a product or service after watching an ad. That's serious potential. With billions of monthly viewers and precise targeting, ads deliver a higher ROI at a fraction of the cost of other platforms. They let you test messages, capture leads, and put your brand in front of high-intent audiences instantly. From there, you can track those leads through a CRM or even a simple sales funnel template until they convert. Ads might bring people to your channel, but what makes them stick around is consistency and storytelling. If someone clicks on your ad and lands on a channel with only 2 random uploads in the last year, what impression do they get? They're gonna leave. But if they see a steady stream of helpful videos, they're more likely to stick around and continue engaging with your brand, building trust along the way. On YouTube, consistency speaks louder than any sales pitch. Then there's the way you tell your story. As you know, cybersecurity is full of complex and technical terms that can bore people to death if you're not careful. But humans are hardwired to resonate with stories. So when you frame it as such, suddenly it clicks. Now, imagine if you're making a video titled, "What is cyber attack?" You won't explain it in a boring way, like, a cyber attack is a malicious attempt to assess, steal, alter, damage, or disable computer systems. Sounds plain and technical, right? Instead, you can make it engaging with storytelling. For example, look at this popular YouTube video about cybersecurity. Notice how they explained it. They told Anne's story, how she clicked on a fake email and suddenly her system was hacked. See, this is the power of storytelling. Finally, a winning strategy always ends with a clear next step. Strong call to actions are not optional. If you drop all this value and then end with, okay, thanks for watching, bye, you've basically worked for free. Research shows that nearly 70% of businesses forget to add a CTA. And trust me, you don't want to be in that 70%. So, what should we do instead? Simple. Guide your viewers. Suggest a relevant resource to download, video to watch, or value-add reason to reach out. By CTA, we don't mean you beg people or push them aggressively to click something. That's where many businesses go wrong. It shouldn't hijack your whole video, but should feel natural, like part of the flow. That way, people don't feel pressured, but they clearly know what action to take next. And since we're talking about CTAs, reach out for that free audit of your channel and get a YouTube strategy that actually brings clients to your business. Link is in the description.